Hey guys, Boston25 here, watching launch of AEHF-5
Rock,
on an
report
Atlas
range
5.
status.
Range green.
There have been some delays due to issues, about a 15-20 minute, well, close to 20-minute delay, but oh well. At least it's not in the middle of the fucking night. At least not here.
T-minus 40 seconds.
Stable at step 3.
Okay, T-minus 30.
28 seconds.
ECS reduced for launch.
I just realized this is an early morning
25.
launch of
Status
Atlas
check.
5.
Go Atlas, go Centaur.
Oh, AEHF-5.
There's gonna be so many people thinking this bastard's a UFO.
T-minus 10, 9,
8, 7, 6, 5.
4, 3, 2, with ignition, and we
Liftoff.
have liftoff of the United Launch
That
Alliance Atlas
pause
5
was
rocket with
terrifying.
AEHF-5 for the United States Air Force Space and Missile Systems Center.
Now 10 seconds in. Vehicle throttling down to 67% thrust. Engine response looks good.
And
CPU
a
systems
solid
closed
second
control
before
and
the rocket
expected.
moves. Like, oh
Response
no.
looks good.
Oh no, I don't
25
like this.
seconds in. R280 engine operating parameters look good. Now 35 seconds. Mach 1 Atlas 5 is now supersonic. Now 45 seconds in. RD-180 continuing to look good. Now passing through max Q. And engine throttling back up to 94% thrust. RD-180 engine operating parameters look good. Seeing good chamber pressure on all 5 SRBs. Good symmetric burn. Just passing 1 minute now into flight. RD-180 continuing to look good. Also seeing good chamber pressure across all 5 SRBs. Engine now throttling down to 75% thrust as expected. Engine response looks good. Standing by for SRB burnout shortly. And we're seeing burnout on all 5 SRBs.
Yep, you can see them fading away.
Engine back up to full thrust.
It's going to be
Standing by
something
for SRB jettison.
like first 2 jettison, and there's the first 2 going. There's the remaining 3.
And we have good indication of jettison of all 5 solid rocket boosters. 1 minute 50 seconds into flight. Vehicle's gone to closed loop guidance. Now passing 2
That's
minutes
the
into
18th
flight.
Atlas 5 launch.
Atlas 5 is now 38 miles in altitude, 48 miles downrange distance, traveling at 4,700 miles per hour. 2 minutes 15 seconds into
Yeah,
flight.
that. Exactly that is what's going to make people think it's a
engine
UFO.
operating parameters continue to look good at full thrust.
Because I was going to just expand further and people are
Vehicle
going to be
body
like, oh my
rates
god,
looking good.
UFO. That's what happened the last
Just under
time.
2 minutes now remaining in the boost phase of flight. Engine now throttling to maintain 2.5 G
Yeah, you can see
acceleration
what I
limit.
mean.
Engine response and vehicle body rate response looks good.
To be fair, similar thing happened with the Falcon 9
Power
launch out
valve
of
has been fired.
Vandenberg one
Reaction
stage.
control system is pressurizing to flight levels.
Probably more so the Falcon 9 because of the flips and boost backs and re-entry burns.
Now coming up on 3 minutes into flight.
Look at that trail.
RD-180 pump speeds and injector pressures continue to look good as it's maintaining that throttle limiting. 3 minutes 10 seconds in. Vehicle body rates continue to look good. Standing by for payload fairing jettison.
There
And
they
we have
go.
good indication of payload fairing jettison. And CFLR jettison complete as well. Vehicle now throttling
Those are
back
the
up to
little-
95% thrust. Engine response looks
I don't know
good.
what, how to describe them, but I presume they're there for structure.
3 minutes 40 seconds
Stability of
in.
the fairing. Alright, next thing is going to be BECO, which I think will happen fairly soon. I believe these here are the SRBs falling away.
And
Oh, that
Engine
could be
is now
on.
throttling to maintain 4.6 G acceleration limit. Engine response looks good.
Yeah, that's a thought then, because as it
Now
burns
passing
fuel, it
4
becomes
minutes
lighter.
into flight, Centaur has begun the boost phase chill down sequence. RD-180 engine continues to look good as it maintains that 4.6 G throttle acceleration limit. 4 minutes 15 seconds in, standing by for BECO shortly. And we have BECO booster engine cutoff, standing by for stage step.
Stage step.
And we have good indication of the Atlas Centaur separation. We have pre-start on the RL-10, standing by for ignition.
Ignition.
We have ignition and full thrust on the RL-10. Chamber pressure looks good, body rates look good. This first burn of today's mission will last approximately 7 minutes. Now at 5 minutes into flight, the Centaur
So
is
it's going to be 6
110
minute
miles
burn.
altitude, 500 miles downrange distance, traveling at 13,900 miles per hour. RL-10 chamber pressure continues to look good. Vehicle body rates also maintaining good values. 5 minutes, 20 seconds into flight.
This is Atlas Mission Control at T plus 5 minutes, 30 seconds. Patrick Moore just confirmed the successful completion of the early phase of today's flight, and all systems continue to operate nominally. The mission is currently in the first of 3 Centaur engine burns. Our next event, Centaur main engine cutoff, will occur in approximately 7 minutes. I'm joined now by Lieutenant Corey Williams of the U.S. Air Force's Space and Missile Systems Center. Lieutenant, thank you so much for joining us today.
Glad to be here, Amanda.
So we've just seen a great liftoff of the 5th satellite in the AEHF constellation. What was it like to watch that liftoff?
It feels great. This launch was a major milestone for the Air Force and a big win for the United States and its international partners. So on behalf of SMC 2.0, I would like to thank our industry partners, Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, and United Launch Alliance.
Can you talk a little bit more about the international partners?
Certainly. So currently we have 3 international partners on our program: Canada, the Netherlands, and United Kingdom. And we are also in the process of negotiation with Australia's Department of Defense to bring them on as a 4th partner as well. So in line with guidance from our Secretary of Defense, the Air Force is actively pursuing partnerships with our allies around the world. This improves interoperability and makes us a more lethal combined fighting force.
Sounds like you guys have a lot of great plans for the future. So before liftoff, I touched a little bit on the capabilities of today's satellite. What is AEHF's mission?
So once integrated, the satellite will join the AEHF constellation with the primary mission to provide survivable, global, secure, protected, and anti-jam communications for high-priority military ground, sea, and air assets. Additionally, the AEHF constellation also allows the President of the United States and combatant commanders to control their strategic and tactical forces through all phases of conflict, through all phases of war.
So what is the coverage of the
I think it's in everyone's
constellation?
best interest to not give Trump
So
direct command of the
the
military.
AEHF-5
Or like the
completes
soldiers,
a
because
full
that might not
constellation
go
of
well.
5 interconnected satellites, providing continuous, worldwide, 24-hour coverage between 65 degrees north and 65 degrees south latitude. Not to
I'm
mention,
just merely
the United
saying
States
that
Air
because
Force
he has
procured an
pretty
additional
much
satellite,
no
AEHF-6, which will be added to the
he
constellation
has no
in the near
military
future.
experience.
So there's another satellite on the way. When is that
Fair-
launch planned?
The
I'm
projected
fairly
launch
sure.
for AEHF-6 is March 2020, so not too long until we get to come back for yet an exciting
That if he
month.
were to give direct orders, like he has no,
Great,
he has
can't
no
wait for
knowledge
that.
of tactics.
Now that
or
we've
maybe the bare
seen the
minimum
successful
sense.
liftoff of the
If he has
AEHF-5,
received
how will
some
that get
training-
integrated into
training,
the
you get what I'm saying,
constellation?
since he became president.
So the satellite will initially be put into a geosynchronous test orbit in view of our CONUS-based ground assessment facilities to perform checkout, on-orbit tests, and antenna calibrations. Upon completion of these activities, it will then be turned over to operations.
So now that we've talked a little bit about the satellite and its capabilities, what is your role in all of this?
Sure, so I'm a program manager with just over 3 years of active duty service. I've worked on the AEHF program for all of my career so far, and my current role in the program is I'm responsible for the production operations.
Awesome. Well, that sounds like cool work to do. Thank you so much for talking to us about AEHF. You must be really proud to be a part of all of this.
Absolutely, and the Air Force is proud to be part of this history and heritage.
I'm curious about what
thanks
these,
to the great work
what
and
all these
partnership
medals
between
are.
the U.S. Air Force and its industry
Those are the
partners.
medal.
Well, thanks so
ribbon-
much for
no,
talking to
I
us.
don't know what they're
We'll
called.
now
I'm
return to the
sorry.
flight as we approach main engine cutoff
But
one.
each of those
Let's
signifies a
listen in.
medal. Each of those bits of ribbon, I guess. I don't know what they're called. Sorry.
Now passing 9 minutes, 30 seconds into flight.
9 minutes 30. They said something along the lines of 11 minutes into the
And
flight.
about 2 minutes now remaining in the burn.
Yep, pretty much. Next launch is, I believe the next launch is going to be the Electron. With the mission Look Ma No Hands. But what I keep saying here is ULA's next mission, GPS-3 Magellan, will be launching later this year.
Our systems continue to perform nominally throughout this
That's
burn,
going to be a Delta
continuing
4.
to see good performance on the RL-10 main engine, as well as periodic thruster firings, and Centaur is maintaining very stable body rates. Now at 10 minutes 30 seconds into flight, Centaur is 144 miles in altitude, 1,900 miles downrange distance, traveling at 16,780 miles per hour. Less than 1 minute now remaining in the burn. Centaur PU system has maintained a request for a LOX-rich burn throughout this first burn. Not uncommon. Centaur RL-10 engine operating parameters continue to look good throughout this burn. Now 20 seconds remaining until MECO. And standing by for MECO shortly. And we have MECO.
There's me coast, there's going to be a
Body
coast
rates at
phase.
damp time.
This is Atlas Mission Control at T plus 11 minutes, 49 seconds. Patrick Moore just confirmed the first Centaur main engine cutoff. Our next event, main engine burn 2, will occur in approximately 10 minutes.
Up yet?
Because I think
Now
you all,
passing 12 minutes into flight.
I think you all know exactly how that's going to go.
ULA's next Atlas launch is the orbital flight test. The emergency detection system is unique technology developed for the Atlas-5 Starliner and is designed to protect the crew and monitor the health of the rocket. Let's learn more.
We're sitting in the Systems Integration Lab at the Centennial Campus at United Launch Alliance. My name is Stefania Mooring. I am the Human Spaceflight Integration Lead.
And my name is Montez Lidercic. I'm a guidance, navigation, and control engineer, and we're going to be talking about the emergency detection system today.
Right, well anyway, we'll end this video here. I'm Bosman25.
So the Atlas-5 is a
Goodbye.
phenomenally